and we are heading to the St. Joseph's Cathedral, Hanoi. This is considered to be the oldest cathedral in Vietnam. It started to be built in 1884 and was opened in 1886. And from 1954 to 1990, it was closed and was reopened in 1990. Its architecture has a neo-Gothic style, which was very popular in late 19th century and early 20th century, resembling the Notre Dame de Paris in France, and in Vietnam there are many churches along the country. You know why there are so many churches in our country? We should look back to the history when some first missionaries came to Vietnam and evangelized the Catholicism. And at first, in 18th century, in the late 18th century, King Gia Long was helped by some missionary, and they beaten Tay Son dynasty and ruled the country from 1810, and with that help, he let the France and missionary stay in Vietnam and doing business and evangelizing Catholicism. But after him, his successors Minh Mạng and Tự Đức Thiệu Trị, they realized that a lot of people follow Catholicism. That meant that they follow another god that would threaten the power of the king. So they decided to suppress the commission and Catholic people, and so that is one reason that French used to send troops to Vietnam, and they realized that with their rule, a lot of uprising took place against the French, and they also realized that if more and more people follow Catholicism, then there would be less uprisings, and they would be easier when it comes to rule the people. So they built a lot of churches in Vietnam, and that's why there are a lot of churches here in Hanoi and all over Vietnam. And that's about and in Vietnam there are some other religions. 75-76 of population follow folk religions, and 13% of population followed Buddhism. And as I said before, around 7 to 8% follow Catholicism, and some 1.5% followed Taoism, and there are some other smaller religions in Vietnam society. And that's something about St. Joseph Cathedral, Hanoi.